Good morning, students and Mr. Stofkens. We're Fredy and Victor and Mr. Garcia.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We are here for. He is going to help us with our project from a research that is part of the English class. So our research is about our ecology. That is very important, I think, nowadays. So the first question: what is our ecology?
Agroecology, it's a merge from different techniques, green techniques, in which you use, for example, the use of compost, the recycling of organic matter in your system, the multi-crops, um, the the use of animals to produce organic matter that you use from the crops, and then the crops you use for feed the animals.
So it's like a cycle.
Yeah, it's like a cycle. If you have difference of more kinds of steps or in your chain, it's better for the agroecology.
As you said before, like you are trying to find like a balance in the environment. So that will help, I think, that our Earth. So why do you think that people should care about our ecology?
Well, agroecology is one kind of green agriculture in the world. So whatever kind of green agriculture, I I um, I support I support them because you can be more environmental, or you can destroy less the world or the natural resources, and you use in better way the resources,
The researchers.
for producing food.
Yeah. As we know, our agriculture is friendly with the environment, but in what way?
Well, if you use less amount of our chemicals, or you use or you use or you change the way of thinking of the people when they use agrochemicals, for example, if you change your red label agrochemical for green label agrochemical, you are making the way of thinking of the people, and the same way you are more greenness and you are more environmentally friendly, in the way of how you produce. This is little small changes, but with high impact in the environment.
Yes, and you said that you are environmental friendly. So
Kind of.
this is like you use another techniques apart from normal agriculture. So what system do you use to produce?
Okay, we are focusing in our ecological farm. We are focusing in the small scale farmers. They have a small small length of land in which they have to produce the food that they need to consume for for their balance in the body. So in this way, we promote the little scale system of agriculture, in which we have less invest of money, and you can produce the high level of crops or food for the family. The main purpose is the family. Then the, the all the products you can sell with in your community or in another markets.
So this is for a better production for your consume because of your family is first,
Yeah,
right?
the main focus, the main reason of the agroecology is the family and the food security. Then, in the same way, taking care of the natural resources and producing less impact for the environment.
Yes. Taking care of the environment too.
Yeah, taking care of the environment at the same time that you are taking care of the family. If you take care of the family, if you educate the family, they can be more friendly with the environment.
Yeah, we know that there are many systems of producing. So, what differences agroecology from other systems, and why we should we use it?
Well, if you have, if you work with small-scale farmers, that's very important. Use agroecological techniques. For example, you have to promote the change of thinking in the use of our chemicals, uh, the rainwater, the take care of the water. For example, we use techniques like water harvesting.
Mhm.
You know that a lot of people during the dry season they can't produce enough food because they don't have enough water. So if we we teach them how to catch the water during the winter, then they can save this water, and then in the future they can use in the during the dry season. They can produce in more food during the year. That's why we promote them like at the same time food security techniques.
So, as you said, this kind of system makes the people think different and use the sources that they have better.
Yep.
Uh, but there is something really important about producing, and it's about productivity. Is this productivity higher than the normal one?
Maybe I'm sorry. Um, at the beginning, maybe not, because if you don't have all the package of we can compete with the people who use all the package from of chemicals, for example, fertilizers and agrochemicals,
Technology.
all the big technologies and expensive technologies. Maybe we can compete with them. They have more productivity than us, but we can have less invest of money to produce the food than the water produce.
And it's also safer because you do not use chemicals. to produce it.
Yeah.
And also friendly with the environment. That's very important.
As you said, the going back to the answer of the water, we are saving the water for future. We're catching the water and saving it. But why do you think that these big factories do not use agroecological techniques to produce?
Big factories where maybe they have
Yes.
during the class we during the model we show some example how few big factories are using some agroecological techniques. For example, I know some sugar companies that they have more than 10,000 hectares of sugar cane, but they are implementing right now some green technologies, and we call agroecology techniques. For example, they are introducing leguminosas, fabaces, plants from the family of fabaces, in
Yes.
which they are fixing nitrogen for the environment into the soil, and they are saving money. At the same time, they are saving money, and they are producing more sugar cane in the next cycle of the
Yes, because the fabaces they make symbiosis
symbiosis
with the roots.
with the roots, and they can fix the nitrogen from the air, and you know the process. And
Yes.
they are using, for example, they are promoting the big trees. They are planting trees with the purpose of the birds like falcons and other kind of hawks can be posed into the
On top
trees.
of the
Yeah, and they
the
can
trees.
control all the rats that
Uh,
affect the sugar cane.
yes,
They are
because-
implementing this kind of green technology that at the same time they are turning into the more friendly.
You have told us many good characteristics about agroecology, but even though all of these good characteristics, we don't see that this agroecology is used in high levels. So, if agroecology is supposed to be sustainable, what is not common use?
What is not common use? Mm, Maybe in our countries, we have to develop more support from the other parts of the, for example, for the government. We need more policies that benefit the small scale farmers in our ecology. We don't have different markets for these products. The agroecology farmers, they can sell the products on a higher price than the normal producer because they don't have different markets. And the people and the consumer, they don't have the education, and they don't have the sensibilization in taking care of the environment. So in this way, it's like a change. If the consumers don't demand green products, the offer never will grow, and there will be more popular than the other kind of agriculture.
So, like you said, there's a low market on these green products.
Yeah.
So, if there's a low market, that means that the price will be higher.
Hmm.
So, why the products of agroecology are more expensive?
Because if you have less production per land, per one unit of land, so in 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 other way you have to recover the price or the cost of your production to be more rentable,
Sustainable.
sustainable.
So we have seen many good characteristics, and I have seen that this agroecology is something that is trying to change in minds and trying to help our world. Will you recommend to other farmers to produce agroecological products?
Yeah, of course. Maybe all the farmers have are afraid about when they hear about agroecology because they think that they have to change all their traditional agriculture practice, and they will produce less products, but they can be implementing step by step some techniques that they will be more productivity in their farm, more resilience if they implementing, for example, polycrops, or maybe plants that are host of bugs or insects, that they will be control pests into their crops. They will be more resilient. So I recommend implementing some practice or techniques step by step.
So we have seen this is a different way of thinking. This is a good system that is trying to help people and also the environment,
Yeah.
making a balance and helping to have a good production. So thanks for your time,
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
and I hope that this information have helped you to know about more about this good system, and thank you.
Thank you again for everything.
Okay, you're welcome.
Ya, no, será la última parte.